Okay, Coach, can we have you make a
Opening statement.
comment?
Yeah, sure. How about that Tiger defense? I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think the best defensive performance I've ever seen. But I mean, top to bottom, team victory. Really, I mean, our offense grounded out and you know, one touchdown did it. Who would have thought? But so happy for our kids, so happy for our coaches that work so hard and are so dedicated to our players and our program. And so happy for the city of Massillon. I mean, they showed up tonight, but they showed up all year. They showed up all year. You know, there's people in the city of Massillon that scrape their pennies together to come to our games and to come to this game tonight. And we can't be more appreciative of them. And we're so honored to be able to bring a gold trophy home to the city of Massillon tonight. So we'll take questions.
Coach Moore.
Yes.
Tino Sultan, C-Town Radio. Congratulations on this monumental accomplishment. Your team prides themselves on loving each other. What is it about the love of these gentlemen, black and white, that come together and form that great Tiger strength?
I mean, I'd love to have our players take a shot at that question.
I mean, it just starts at the beginning of the season. We go through all this tough, physical work, and we just bond over going through hard things. I mean, when you're with a group of guys all summer long, and as long as you have been, just like in growing up with all these guys, you just get closer and closer. And when you see success on the field, you only get stronger. You only get closer together.
Yeah, I think Cody hit the nail on the head. I mean, nothing brings people together like communal suffering, and you know, there's a lot of suffering that goes into, you know, football season like this, and it starts in January, and that's certainly a huge part of it. But I also think, you know, to your question, the more you get to know other people, the more you realize we're not so different, right? It doesn't matter if you're from the east side of Massillon or the west side of Massillon or what have you. You know, we're all human beings. You know, we all love. We all have weaknesses and jealousies and things like that. And you figure out those things. And you know, we're all just brothers up here, just playing the game that we love for the city city of champions that deserves it.
Coach, all the 9 years you from coaching Massillon and going toe-to-toe with Hoban over the years, do you feel like this kind of a way out of your shoulder that you finally take care of business against Hoban and winning that state title?
I mean, not really. You know, this is the 2023 version of the Massillon Tigers, and we just played a great game, and we're really just going to relish this moment. Yes.
Dorian, how important was it for you to play tonight?
It was pretty important to me. I've been out for like 4 weeks, and I just wanted to suit up again with my brothers for one last time and try to put just bring something else to the team, like energy, and bring how I play the game to our defense and just bring us up.
Over here.
Talk about the emotion there when you guys got that last stop and then the final wheelchair celebrating the championship. I noticed that there was a lot of support, especially on the Massillon side.
Yeah, I mean, so the fourth down, I think that was Dorian on the coverage? Dorian on the coverage. I mean, an unbelievable play. You know, that was kind of very, very fitting, you know, for how the game would essentially end. And you know, I'm so dialed into the moment. You know, I had to move forward to our offensive possession and how much time was left and could we take a knee on it. And so a fourth down stop happens and you switch gears to offense and can we put knees on it? They're out of timeouts. We can put knees on it. This thing's over, as long as we don't screw that up. So. You know, for me, it was a surreal moment because it was such a down the wire game. I can't imagine what it was like watching it from the stands. But it was like, is it really over? You know.
Dorian, you guys have had some great defensive performances this year, but did you guys save your best for last?
Well, our defense, we were trying to get off the field the whole time. They was rushing on us. They did that little pass, but at the end we broke it up, and our team just got I wouldn't say we saved the best for last. I would just say we were just trying to get off the field.
Yeah, my fault on the offensive part.
Coach, you talked about the Massillon defense. Was this one of the best defensive games overall between two teams that you've been a part of? Because
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine that it wasn't. It was an incredible performance by our defense. Hoban's defense was great tonight too. They made things really difficult for us offensively. One of the biggest differences in the game was we did a better job taking care of the ball, and I think I haven't seen the penalties, but I think we did a lot better job with penalties, which it has been a point of emphasis for us over the course of the season, and we knew that we needed that tonight. So really proud of our guys and their discipline in avoiding those penalties.
Coach Ryan Bevere, Q92, congratulations first of all. At what point do you, or have you already started putting Hoban on your schedule, even though they're not scheduled as an opponent?
Yeah, we're going to enjoy this win. The 2023 Massillon Tigers just, won a state championship, and we're going to worry about that for now.
Nate, with Dorian playing tonight, we always hear maybe there's a pitch count when somebody comes back. What was your approach, in talking with him about how much he would play? He led you in tackles with 14 and made the play of the game there at the end. So.
Yeah. He was fully cleared. Maybe I'll let him talk about that if he wants to. But he was fully cleared, so there's no pitch count. He's an incredible player. We should all be proud of him for making it back from his injury. That's something that not everybody can do. And it was an incredible performance by number 3.
From the standpoint this victory is so historical, I don't know that he's looking in, but if Paul Brown were, what would you say to Paul Brown right now?
What did you say to Paul Brown? I guess we did it. Something like that. We finally did it. And I hope you're proud of us. Because Paul Brown was a great man and a great coach, and believed in excellence everywhere all the time, and that's what we strive for as well. And I like to think that there's all the great coaches and great players were out there with us tonight, and maybe Paul Brown was as well.
Coach, how much went into the decision there on the fake punt at that time of the game?
Yeah. We thought it was there. We were short by a yard, and if we get it, everybody's real happy about it.
Do this one's for Dewan. Dewan, he came in from Copley, and he made an impact all season. So talk about how it was like playing Massillon the whole year and just making that impact.
It felt good, coming in here, creating a bond with these guys. They're like my brothers to me now. Putting in all the off-season work, and it just felt, accomplishing the state championship.
Coach.
Back.
Coach Moore, you talk about keeping down on the penalties and keeping down on the turnovers. How much credit do you give to the offensive line? What did you think of their performance tonight, keeping that offense going?
Yeah, our offensive line played hard. We weren't able to produce the amount of yards that we wanted. Hoban has a great defense, and we were able to grind some things out. And so our offensive line, and certainly on the drive we scored a touchdown on, really played well.
Coach Moore.
Dorian, just tell me the level of frustration having missing those last few weeks, and just how were you feeling going into the game, and also how do you feel to get that first tackle for loss on the first play?
Well, missing the games, I was kind of hurt, but I was still cheering all my teammates on the sideline, trying to be a much of a leader, like not playing the game. Well, coming back, I was very excited. In the first play, it just happened. They ran over to my side. I came through the tackle for loss, and I just got the whole crowd going, and it was a great feeling.
Coach Moore, it was 4 years ago in this same room that I asked you about the potential immortality of Massillon Tiger football. 4 years later in this same room, have the Tigers reached that immortality?
Yeah, I think, I just shared this with the players, so I guess I'll share it with you guys. There's an old saying that, everybody dies 2 deaths. And the first time you die is when your actual physical body dies. And the second time you die is when the last person that knew you and remembered you dies. And this 2023 Massillon Tiger team is immortal. They're gonna live forever. You know, nobody's ever gonna forget these guys. So proud of them.
Coach, this win wasn't just important for the team, but it was also important for the whole town. You had the entire town out here. How did it feel to be able to win the first championship for your franchise in playoff history in front of the whole town?
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, the city of Massillon, you know, has endured a lot over the years, as far as people who want to downplay what we have accomplished in our history, because what is it, 6 times we fell short in the playoff era, and so, you know, maybe fair enough, but also, you know, I believe Notre Dame counts their national championships before the BCS era, and I believe Ohio State counts their national championships before the BCS era, and so do the Massillon Tigers, and so I don't feel like we needed this to validate our program, but maybe to some people we did, and it's now done. It's now been accomplished. The Massillon Tigers have won a state championship in the playoff era, and you know, nobody's pulling for St. Ed's tomorrow more than us, I can tell you that.
Nate, for you, 9 years, this is your 9th year, and in Massillon years, that's a long time to be the head coach. Was it as harder than you expected to do what you did at LaSalle, win a state championship, but here in Massillon?
I mean, I think anywhere you are, there's different challenges and different levels of things, and I can tell you this, that you know, the 2023 Massillon Tigers are a special group, and they had an unbelievable season, and you know, there's only a handful of teams in the state of Ohio that end their season with the win in the playoffs, and we're one of them. And every time we took the field this season ended with a victory for the Tigers. So I just couldn't be more proud of our guys.